UFC 305. Dricus du Plessis defies the odds, retains middleweight title in stunning victory over Adesanya. This is Freedom Square News, and I'm Chidima Oka. We break down one of the most paradoxical champions the Ultimate Fighting Championship UFC has ever seen, Dricus du Plessis. The South African middleweight champion is coming off a huge win at UFC 305, where he submitted Israel Adesanya in the fourth round of a highly anticipated grudge match. And, while du Plessis may not always look like a dominant fighter, he certainly knows how to win, and win big. In the main event, du Plessis faced the legendary Adesanya, and from the start, it looked like the Nigerian-born New Zealander might just be too much for the champion. Adesanya landed crisp shots to the head and body, especially in the third round, and looked poised to finish du Plessis early in the fourth. But just when it seemed like he might be done, du Plessis turned the fight around, executing a takedown, seizing Adesanya's back, and locking in the rear naked choke that ultimately forced Adesanya to tap out. This fight marked du Plessis' successful defense of the middleweight belt, which he originally claimed by defeating Sean Strickland earlier this year. It's been an incredible rise for the South African, who's now beaten almost every champion in his division over the past 7 years, except, of course, Alex Pereira, who held the belt briefly before moving up to light heavyweight. As a champion, du Plessis doesn't fit the mold of invulnerability. He's often looked battered, fatigued, even on the verge of defeat. But as baffling as his performances can sometimes seem, he always finds a way to win. The facts don't lie. Du Plessis remains undefeated in his UFC career, and with this latest win over Adesanya, he's made it clear that he deserves that belt around his waist. So, what's next for du Plessis? Well, the middleweight division is stacked with potential challengers. Former champ Sean Strickland has already staked his claim for a rematch, while the winner of the upcoming fight between Robert Whittaker and unbeaten contender Khamzat Chimaev will also be in the title picture. And let's not forget Alex Pereira, who's teased a return to middleweight. Whatever comes next, du Plessis says he doesn't care who the opponent is. He only wants to hear 2 words, and still. As for Adesanya, he's made it clear he's not going anywhere. Despite the disappointing loss, he's vowed to keep fighting, though whether that's at middleweight or a different division remains to be seen.
Elsewhere on the UFC 305 card, Kai Kara France got back into the win column with an emphatic first-round knockout of Steve Erceg, while Dan Hooker showed he still has plenty of fight left in him, going toe-to-toe with Mateusz Gamrot in a gritty performance. On the flip side, Tai Tuivasa's future looks uncertain after suffering his 5th straight loss, this time to Jairzinho Rozenstruik. Heavyweight slugger or not, it's getting harder to justify keeping Tuivasa in the mix. And watch out for Carlos Prates. The welterweight made a statement in the main card opener, finishing Li Jingliang in under 10 minutes. His power is something no one in the division can afford to overlook. So, whether you love him, doubt him, or simply don't understand him, Dricus du Plessis keeps winning. And for now, he's still your UFC middleweight champion. For Freedom Square News, I am Chidima Oka. Stay tuned for more updates on the rapidly shifting world of MMA.
Freedom Square.